Hey guys, Marty Boots here. Today is the 30th of August 2019. So Bitcoin is having a slight bounce here today, and it's pretty much as expected. We talked in our group yesterday that the bottom was in for the short term, just for this short term bounce. You can see here, well, I've got this descending triangle drawn. We're forming slightly higher lows here and the price moving up. But notice that the price of the moving averages are rolling over here, and they're probably going to put pressure on the price. Now, if I do zoom in here a little bit, you can see here, I just roughly drew them daily moving averages there where them lines are. Very rough, obviously, just to give you a view on my thought process or whatever here. So price can, we can, it's a new month tomorrow, a day and a half or so. There's no reason why we can't get a bounce up into this area here, um, into this area. That will also allow the 4 hour moving averages to come down on price, and as you can see here, and there will be a bit of a necktie. Necktie resistance sort of zone here at about the 9,900 level, which is also into this large red bar, and it is also resistance from this last consolidation period, if you want to call it. So there's quite a lot of resistance there at the 9,900 level. So that confluence there looks like it would be a good area to short. Now, if you look here, that I've drawn here the descending triangle, and I've just drew the target. But I just want to bring to everybody's attention, in case that we do not, I didn't draw. Sorry guys, I just realized the video is not actually large enough to capture the date. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. If you can see down here, down this yellow line here is the 29th of October 2019, and that is the date for the Brexit. And I just thought it was a bit of a coincidence that it's actually the pinnacle here of the descending triangle, into the apex of the descending triangle. Now, to be honest, I do not think we'll get that far into it. I think there'll be a breakdown before that. But just in the off chance that we do kind of, that's the wrong tool there. In the off chance, that we kind of do this, sometimes when you come into the apex, it makes it, you can go either way then. That leaves it going either way. So that's a long way away. I mean, that's a few months away. If we get that far, we will worry about that then. But I just thought I would bring it to your attention that the apex is actually the same day, or roughly the same period as the Brexit, which is pretty interesting, I thought. And obviously the target for this descending triangle roughly is down there at the 4,500 level, which is right in the middle of this bar, the large bar we had. I just want to show you all previous descending triangles, one or two of them here. You can see here in silver we had a large one. This is on a weekly chart also. You can see Bitcoin is on a weekly chart. Oh, sorry, that's a daily chart, but this had that's what I want to talk about now. Look at the points. There's 1, 2, 3 points. We had that bounce, the failure, and the rollover. You can see Bitcoin here has a 1, 2, and this is probably the third touch, and we may get a bit of a bounce here before rolling over. If things change, we will assess that in the meantime. But you have to trade the charts, and the charts are trying to tell us that there is a descending triangle here at the moment. So we have to roll with that until we get some signal that is not happening. Also, I just want to point out here the large head and shoulders actually broke down already. I may not have drew that completely accurately, a little bit rough around the edges, but you get the gist there, and you can see, you know, the touch neckline. We had that breakdown. Now the 9,900 level that we talked about, there's 10,000. So what I'm trying to get at, just zoom this in for you a little bit. What I'm trying to get at here is a bounce back up into this level. Well, that's 10,000, you know. So there may be a rejection there after a bounce, and then maybe we'll get that rollover. Now, if you actually pin that to the very lows of this wick, you can see the 9,900 level is almost perfectly a back test of this head and shoulders pattern also. So that is another confluencing factor. Now also, just to note here on the daily, well, I've done this already, but notice that these moving averages are rolling over, which is going to suppress price. So price is going to bounce into these moving averages that's rolling over and into these neckline, into that neckline there as well. I've got that green line there, and I don't think it should be there. I'm not sure why you have it there, but anyway, that doesn't really matter. So that is that. Okay, well, you've seen the breakdown there. That broke us right down. Couple other things here. I thought this was very important also. Now, maybe I'll take away. I'm trying to take away the RSI there, guys, but it's just not working. There we go. Okay, so you can see the three tails here in that bounce after the bull market. We had the drop out of the bear market, and then we had this bounce, but it ended up being a dead cat bounce. And basically, we bounced above the 50, the blue 50, the yellow 9 3-month EMA, and the 20-month EMA, 3-month EMA. But we also formed this top, and it was a three monthly candle, three monthly candles. The time frame does not matter. It's the pattern that we need to be looking at here. And there was lower highs, descending triangle on lower highs. It's almost identical here to Bitcoin. So on Bitcoin, you know, we had that bull market, of course, and we had that huge drop, and coming out of the bear market, we had the bounce above the 50, the 9, and the 20 monthly moving averages. And what happened? We had three tails, three topping tails here, three topping candles, and we had lower lows. Now it's almost identical setup here, which except for the moving averages. The moving averages are not quite high enough. If the moving averages were higher here, it would be a better setup for a drop. Now if price drops here, we have support down in this area, so that does change things. But I just thought it was worth bringing to your attention because, you know, it's very similar. We had the three tails, and then we dropped, and we rolled over for months and months. That was a few years. There's 86, and it happened in 83. 83 was actually the year I was born, so that's giving away my age there. If anybody's want to work that out. Then we had that drop, and again we had, if I zoom in here a little bit, we even had another three prongs, three tails above the moving averages again. When we got down to the lows, moved up video again. Okay, there we go, got it. Now we got this, and then we roll over again. We had another sustained bear market. Now, of course, none of us want that in Bitcoin. That's just terrible action. Just choppy, lower drifting, lower grinding, lower, terrible action. I know it took like 20-30 years from the peak to the low. But then we did eventually get that bull market again. You know, there was the bull market, and the bull market finally eclipsed the previous market. But it did take 30 years. Now crypto does move faster than silver, but you know, even if you take it a third of that time, it still means 10 years before the next bull market, which is not good, because it's implying that we are right here on Bitcoin right now, and then we drift lower. Anyway, just thought I'd bring that to your attention. I thought it's a very, very decent fractal. Okay, a couple other things here. So Litecoin, I did talk about this. Litecoin here, you can see RVN, big move up, roll over, and price rolled right over and just into the moving averages and below it. And the big dump caused us to have a weak bounce, and that weak bounce formed a bearish flag type pattern, and then we rolled over, and we actually rolled right over down to the lows again. So if you notice the similarities in the patterns here, there's definitely very good similarities in my opinion. We have this big move over, and now we have this dump, and the angle, the angle of the dump below the moving averages. The fact that we broke below the moving averages here is pretty important. A strong market would have held these moving averages, and you can see there the same thing happened. We started breaking below moving averages. So if Bitcoin is in a descending triangle right now, then the likelihood is this could consolidate and then break lower. Also, I have made a video on Litecoin going back to $20. Pardon me, guys. I've had a long day. Last thing though, okay, I know that's a very bearish video, guys, and a lot of people don't want to hear that, but it needs to be brought to people's attention, because if people are going to blindly buy this dip without thinking, don't get me wrong, I'm tempted to buy some coins here myself, and I will be buying them. I didn't buy yet. I'm waiting for a new month. I did scalp trade quite a few, but it's just people buy blindly because of a dip and expect this to go back to new highs. Now, so it's not always the case. So it's good to talk about this bearish action. If it plays out or not, that's another story. We'll continue to read the charts, but it's first and foremost, you need to protect your capital, and if that means studying the bearish side, the bearish action, then so be it. Okay, but what I actually do like here, guys, LTC for a bounce. I think it's getting very interesting now. Is it there yet? Is it? We're very close. Look at this 3 month. We have negated this whole 3 month candle, but the thing is, there's a full month to go yet. So within that month, surely, like, even that is a 15% bounce. There's 25% bounce in the next month. So there should be some reaction off these lows, because you can see down here, it's just the nature of the setup. Look at that. Look, this was support, resistance, support, and now we're coming back down and testing that. So there should be some reaction down here, guys. As bearish as this video is, this candle does not form for another month, and does not close for another month. Sorry. So there should be some reaction here. I've not given a potential target for this bounce yet. I did actually want to see slightly lower prices, but sometimes you do not get them. But I don't like these double bottoms. Look at these double bottoms. You can see this double bottom here, and we also have a double bottom here. These double bottoms in crypto, they don't tend to hold. They tend to have the bounce. You do get that bounce, but they tend to roll over. You need a good flush out or a good stop hunt, really. It's not always. Don't get me wrong. This could bottom right now, and we could have that bounce. But I like to see, like look at this. This is a better flush out. We just get that flush, and then we get that move and move higher. There is something interesting though. I want to show you here. that what I'm looking at, and this is what I'm talking about a flush out. Look at the last time. Look at this red candle here. Look at that red candle. Now you can see there, it's a bearish candle. It's not a good candle, and this is also very similar. It's not a good candle. It's a bearish candle. So what I'm looking for, and what I would like to see, is a flush lower like this and a rejection to the downside. Flush lower, rejection to the downside, and then we get that bounce back up. And you know, if you get the downside action, as soon as price moves up and turns green, you can buy this and have your stop below the lows, and that will be a low risk trade. And again, this is something similar what I'm looking for on Litecoin. That little bit of a flush lower at the start of a new month, and then we get that bounce. Buy, stop below lows, and when price moves, you move your stop up to break even and let that price run. So that is what I'm watching here for a bounce on Litecoin, and I will be trading that pretty big if the setup occurs properly, and what I like the action. Anyway, guys, 16 minutes. That's it for the video today. I hope you enjoyed the content. Sorry, I'm just looking at my screen here. There's a few coins are moving now actually, so I better get back to trading. So if you enjoyed the content, guys, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to join us on our Discord, we're in there every single day trying to make a killing in this market. And if you'd like to join us, hit us up in the link below and we'll get you sorted for a 3-day free trial. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.